What's up guys, Gemma here. I'm back again for another video and it is going to be very talky, probably minimal editing on this one because I want to talk to you guys about my thoughts on the Nintendo Switch conference yesterday and as well as some of the stuff in the treehouse. Now I've been asked so much what are my thoughts and I've said I'm putting a video out today. I wanted to conserve everything for today. Now I want to address something that I've spotted in a lot of other YouTubers' videos, and that is this whole thing around them not revealing anything about the specs of the system. So I just want to address that first. Now, people are bashing the hell out of the Nintendo Switch because Nintendo didn't release any of the technical information, and what's out there seems to not be good enough. Now, for me personally, that doesn't bother me in the slightest. I want to know if I can have fun on the console, and I wanted to know one other thing. Is Breath of the Wild going to be a launch title? And it is. So for me personally, I'm pretty happy. Now, it's like, I kind of use the analogy of buying a car. When you buy a car, do you look at absolutely every single technical spec? What kind of fuel pump it's got? What kind of, size radiator it has? What kind of exhaust, do you look at all that? If you do, more power to you. If you don't, then I see that as the same thing as the Nintendo Switch. Not all of the components, not all of the parts were looked at or given, the information isn't fully out there yet, but it doesn't matter. You might buy that car anyway. I'm going to buy the Nintendo Switch, and I know a lot of you guys have pre-ordered, even though Nintendo didn't fully address the issue around the specs. So I just feel that there's a lot of people that feel a little bit self-entitled, it seems, because they've not had their specs. I just think we should take it for what it was, look at what we've got on a plate and try and kind of make an objective decision on whether or not to buy. Now, have I pre-ordered? I'm going to go and pre-order today. I'm going to get the blue and the red Joy-Con package with Zelda. So that's where I'm kind of at. I'm definitely getting it. I have a week left to take before the end of March. I'll probably take that week off. Now that's for me. I wanted to address that first because it seems to be a big disadvantage that people keep going on about. So what did I like? Love the fact that the Switch is region free. I think that's a huge step for Nintendo. Obviously being married to Jess her being American, it means we can buy Nintendo Switch games when we're in the US, play them when we get home. Absolutely buzzing about that, as I know a lot of you guys are as well. Breath of the Wild looks stunning. They saved that all the way till the very last moment. I think it looks really nice. I want to address Super Mario Odyssey. Now, this was teased in the initial trailer when the Switch was announced. It came from Codename NX, and we finally saw it as the Switch. I've never been a massive fan of 3D Mario games. Never been a massive fan, but I think it was time to have another 3D Mario game in Nintendo's console base. I think the Wii U as well as the 3DS have had the nice classic side scrollers. The nostalgia has been there from the likes of Super Mario Brothers and the Super Mario All-Stars kind of games. And I think it was time for a 3D Mario. Did I like the look of it? Yes and no. The one thing I didn't like the look of, and a lot of people have made this distinction already, the first level, the New York kind of levels where Mario's running around, looks great, but it reminded me a lot of Sonic on the Dreamcast, which again, you guys know I'm not a huge fan of. But when Mario went to the different worlds, and they did say it'd be a sandbox game, so, hopefully we can hop from world to world, from area to area as the game starts. I thought those other worlds looked really sound. I'm really looking forward to it. That first level, not so much, but we can overlook that, and I'm definitely going to be getting it. I'm keeping an open mind. I don't want to be one of these people that says I've seen one thing I don't like about it, so I'm not getting it. I'm going to keep an open mind. There were things I liked about Odyssey, more so than what I didn't like, and that was the kind of Sonic and on the Dreamcast. But nonetheless, let me know your thoughts below about the spec information I mentioned, as well as the Super Mario Odyssey. Do you like it? Do you think it's warranted? I definitely do. Let's bring some 3D Mario back, even though 2D is my preferred. I also felt incredibly impressed with this whole talk around console DNA, and it was announced that all of the major Nintendo consoles, I think it started, I've got a list here, I'm going to read it from my list. So you've got the NES, the Game Boy, the SNES, the N64, the GameCube, the DS, the Wii Motes, and the gamepad on the Wii U, all have technology that's been brought across to the Switch. Now that, for me was a massive selling point, because I've been, as many of you good people have, with Nintendo right from minute one pretty much, the NES all the way through to today. My Wii U, or our Wii U rather, is downstairs, and I really liked that they've really kind of thought, and they've really got that nostalgia. You know, I think they said the Famicom, or the NES, was the first console to have 2 controllers, as does the Switch. You've got the Super Nintendo with the L and the R and the Z and the Y, the X and Y buttons, as does the Switch. And it was just little things like that. The GameCube, they mentioned the handle, and that their intention back then was that you could kind of have this portable console where you could take to your friends and it'd be pretty easy. And they admitted that it was maybe a bit of a premature idea back then. But now we know that the Switch, you can take it out, it is portable with its 3 play styles. And it's just that, I thought that was really nice. This whole notion of console DNA being ported across the Switch really kind of sold me. I was sold anyway, but I thought that showed a lot of lateral thinking on Nintendo's part, but I didn't expect anything less. Okay, let's talk launch titles then. So we know Breath of the Wild is going to be a launch title. I think it's like Dance Dance Revolution 2017. I think Bomberman is going to be a launch title as well. And then I think April 28th you've got Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Okay, that's not a launch title, which I'm pretty happy about, because I think we've got to be mindful not to put all of the eggs in one basket. You know, if they release a whole heap of all these amazing games, imagine if we had like Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, Breath of the Wild, Super Mario Odyssey, Skyrim, you know, everything released at launch. I think I would have been a little bit overwhelmed, and I definitely wouldn't have been able to buy everything all at once. I like the fact that over the next couple of months, after it's going to be released on March 3rd, we're going to get a nice stack of games. Now, a lot of you guys have been saying there's not enough launch titles. Let's just put the brakes on. I feel that Breath of the Wild, if they just had Breath of the Wild, that one game, the one game as a launch title, I still would have been happy. Let's face it, that game is not going to be linear. That game is definitely not going to be completed in under 10 hours like most first-person shooters can be these days. That game is probably going to be 100, 150 plus hours to do everything in it. So for me, it's one game, but it's the quality of that game. The quality of that game, and I think a lot of people are focusing on quantity. We need more launch titles, we need more launch titles. I think we need some quality games. And I think, you know, and the 1-2 Switch, that's coming out, that's something that's new. Not a massive thing I would kind of sit down and play, but I think if I've got friends over or my auntie over, it would be something we could definitely have a laugh at. So, you know, little things like that. I think the quality of Breath of the Wild in itself is enough to propel the console to a really, really positive start. So think quality over quantity. Now, mention the 1-2 Switch, it seems like some kind of reaction game, looks fun. They mentioned selling it at like kind of as an icebreaker for families, parties, conferences and things. And I think Nintendo again really showed that they can laterally think about how they want their console to be used in the home, potentially in commercial use as well, and I like that. I like those business ethics. I think that is really, really awesome. You know, Sony say for the players, Xbox just kind of sell their console as an everything kind of console. You know, Nintendo is saying, well actually, you know, we can use this for this. It seems like a myriad of uses, and I just love that kind of ethics behind it. I'm fully behind the Switch. If you don't agree, you know, let me know. It's okay. We don't have to agree. I'm just putting my thoughts out as everybody's been asking me. So here in the UK, it is going to be £279.99 sterling. In Japan, I've got it written down here, 29,980 yen. In the US, it was going to be basically $300, $299.99. Are you getting it? Do you think it's a fair price? I think that's a fair price. I think if you look at it, you know, you've got Breath of the Wild is labelled up at the minute at £59.99. So for 330 quid, I'm going to get myself 3 consoles in one, which I love, and a really awesome game that I've been waiting for forever. And we now know that it is going to come out on the Wii U as well. So Wii U owners, if you're not getting a Switch, you can still enjoy it. And I think that is really awesome. I think Nintendo are finally starting to appreciate that not everybody has to buy their latest console to play the games. They're putting it on the Wii U as well. And again, that for me is a thumbs up. Maybe they are finally starting to listen. On the topic of that, maybe they're not, looking at it from the other side of the coin, because we've already hearing rumours that they've not made enough to keep up with the demand. Nintendo need to learn. They should have learned from the NES Mini, the classic. We'll see. I think there's a lot of speculation, and it can be easy to get bogged down in our gaming world with all these rumours flying around. I say, take it for what it is. Think about what you want. Can that console give you what you want at launch? If not, don't buy it. If you feel that it can, go and pre-order. That's what I'm going to do today. So yeah, smash your thoughts below, guys. Let me know what you think. So there we go. If I've missed anything when I edit this, I'll add some additional thoughts in the description. If I haven't missed anything, there'll be some additional thoughts in the description anyway, nonetheless. So please check out social media links in the description. I've got a bit of a surprise video for you guys tomorrow. We're doing a little out and about with a difference. I'm going to show you something pretty cool, something that means a lot to me. So I hope you guys can tune in for that. Definitely smash that subscribe button if you want to help my channel grow. It would make my day. Thank you if you've been tuning into streams lately. I love you all. You're awesome. My name's Gemma. Have a beautiful day. Take care. See you soon.